Fitzy and Whipper.
Rockstar detectives, new books, teenagers. If you want to get stuck into this, Adam Hills is your man, the author behind it. We love Hills. He joins us now.
Adam Hills.
Morning.
Mate,
Morning.
You did want to come on and talk about the book, but at the same time you mentioned you needed to be on the show because you're so excited about us sending a bowl of spaghetti up into space.
Absolutely. I really am, and partly because we did a thing on The Last Leg over here, the TV show that I host in London, where we sent a prosthetic leg into space a couple of years back.
Right, okay. What was the story behind that?
We just wanted to. Like, there was no story. But what we loved was the idea that if people didn't know that it was us behind us, then they would just see a leg coming back to Earth from space.
Awesome. How long? Because this is what we're trying to work out. Next week we're going up to Muswellbrook, but we understand that the balloon goes up to 25 kilometres, right? So we're really high, and then it pops, and there's a small chute that lowers it back to Earth. I don't think it'll be lowering. I think it'll be plummeting. But I think there's then the mission to try and find it because there's a GPS tracker on it. How did you go finding the leg?
Well, we had a GoPro on it so that you could film it the whole time. And it ended up in a pig farm.
Awesome.
Did you guys go out and retrieve it, or who went and got it?
Some lowly producer. It was someone's job to go and find a prosthetic leg in a pig farm.
How good is that?
Oh, mate, it's
I
good to see
love
your
that.
face again. Did you get back for Christmas? We know you've had a great career over there with The Last Leg. Congratulations, Adam. But did you get a chance to come back to Australia and see the family?
I did. So I had, at that point, I made it home in December. I had been away for 7 months last year because I just couldn't get back because of the pandemic. So, but I still had to quarantine at home for 3 days.
Yeah.
So my wife said, look, the neighbours are away. We'll go and stay at their place so you can at least quarantine in the house, but we can't touch you. So I couldn't hug my kids.
Oh, no.
And
Torture.
after a day, my 8-year-old went, Daddy, I just want to come and quarantine with you. And I was like, well, that's fine, but you won't be able to, like, neither of us can leave the house for 2 days. Yeah. And she went, oh, no, do you mean we'll just have to eat takeaway and watch movies for 2 days?
Heaven. How good is that? How good is that?
Are they the inspiration behind the book, Adam? Is this Rockstar Detectives? Can you tell us a bit about it?
Yeah, so it came about because my eldest, who was 8 at the time, was very concerned one morning in the way that, you know, young kids get concerned about things. And she said, Daddy, I'm really concerned. I don't know if I want to be a rock star or a detective when I grow up.
Two very different things. Is she a good singer?
She is a good singer.
Okay.
She loves detective stories. And I said, and I was trying to be, you know, encouraging. So I said, well, maybe you can be both. You can do rock shows at night and you can solve crimes by day.
That is
How good is that?
And then we both went, do you know what? That's a really good idea for a book. Yeah. So she and I then sat down and plotted out this idea of like these two 12-year-olds who've just become rock stars. They're doing their first ever tour. But everywhere they go, like a valuable piece of art is stolen, like a Van Gogh or something from a local art gallery. But all the evidence looks like they're the ones doing it. So they have to try and work out who's framing them and solve the crimes all at the same time. And my daughter and I went, I think we've just written an idea for a kid's book.
Cute.
How good is that? Hilsey, when you talk about ideas, and obviously you're always on the lookout for the next idea or book that you want to write an inspiration, many ideas that you've thought were great and then started and then you got halfway through and went, oh my God, why did I start this? I mean, everybody...
The best ideas like that when you're a stand-up, I'll wake up in the middle of the night, like as I'm falling asleep and think, oh, it's a great idea for a comedy bit. And then I'll get my phone out and I'll write it down. Yeah. And then I'll look at it the next day and it'll be it'll be like broccoli. How weird is broccoli? What? I don't even know what that means.
I was like drinking before I went to bed that night.
Hilsey, can I just point out, for anyone listening at the moment, have you gaffer taped up your glasses there? Are you struggling to get your glasses?
Has the pandemic shut down OPSM, mate?
What is going on with the tape?
Okay, so I'll explain what happened. I've been working all day writing The Last Leg, and I've done a couple of interviews for the book. I'm also hosting rugby league coverage over here this weekend. Halfway through the day, I was cleaning my glasses and the frame broke.
Awesome.
And I've literally been at my laptop all day. I haven't had a chance. I'm going to super glue them overnight. And I thought, I don't know what to do. And I just had some gaffer tape here because when I play rugby league, I gaffer tape up my prosthetic. So I just grabbed a bit, and I'm very aware that I look like a nerd from an 80s high school
not at all,
comedy.
mate. I wasn't going to bring it up, but your mate Fitzy stumped you.
You don't look like a rock star detective, that's
Not
for
at all.
sure. That is brilliant. That is brilliant. You do have the Rabbitohs scarf in the background. So rugby league still plays a huge role in your life, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, so I've been playing disability rugby league over here for the past 4 years. So Warrington Wolves set up England's first ever physical disability rugby league team. Yeah. And so I went up to help them out. And then I go up to Warrington's like a 2-hour train ride up north. Yeah. I do it every Monday. I train with the team.
Great.
And it's amazing because it's like all people with disabilities. And I learnt very early on the only thing English people like hitting harder than an Australian is an Australian off the television.
Isn't that great? Is the competition pretty wild, is it?
Oh, it's full on. It's like if you basically you go out there to try and give someone else more disabilities than they started with.
Oh, jeez. Oh, Hillsy. But do the disabilities vary, obviously, in the team?
Yeah, so there'll be people with one arm, there'll be people with one leg, there'll be people with cerebral palsy. Yeah. And the weird thing is you've got to, like if there's a guy running at you about to tackle you and he's only got one arm, then you've got a moral choice to make.
What do you do?
You run.
Which side am I going to step this guy? Like,
you're constantly caught out in your own head playing this game. I'm being beaten in my own brain by myself trying to do the right thing.
Totally.
But encouraged.
If they're smart, they're doing it to me because they know which foot I'm going to step off. So
exactly
we're all in the same boat.
Oh, that is hilarious.
Hilarious. Well, Hillsy, it is so good to see you, mate. Rockstar Detectives is out now at all good bookstores. It's great to see your face. Appreciate your time. Thanks for coming on the show.
I am now going to go and fix my glasses.
Well
do, mate. Thanks, buddy. Bye-bye.
Fitzy and Whipper.